So welcome again to another interesting SkyWorld community info session. My name is Kaat Jacobs and I am the communication manager of this platform. It's a pleasure to give you this info session. It's a pleasure to give you this information because it will change your life for sure. It did with mine and thousands of people all over the world. So how did I got in contact with SkyWorld community? In 2017, a friend asked me to join a meeting about very interesting information about something mind-blowing technology, something she was, very vague. She said, Kaat, it will interest you. So I went with her to this info session, and yes, it was mind-blowing. I wanted to know everything about it. I did my investigations. I looked up what they were doing, when they started, what is their future plans, and I was mind blown. I love technology. I love cars. I love nature. I love to be a part of changing the world. I take my responsibility for the future, the next generations. And this was a solution because, yes, I love cars, but I didn't want to own a car because the pollution was so bad. So I walked the talk and then I got in contact with this company. And yes, wow, this was an opportunity to do something for the world, do something for the environment, and then have an impact on people's lives. So that was 2017. And I started to speak to my friends and family about what I got in contact with about this technology, and my team grew very fast. I didn't even know how to build up a team. I didn't even know anything. My profession is a coach, a health and a conscious coach. So this world was very new for me. So then my team grew very fast, and the board members asked me to join a business coaching course. Sorry, I have to mute my telephone, forgot about it. And then there were 130 people from all over the world. It was very interesting. The first time I couldn't believe my eyes, from all over the world. And then we got Yuri Galata as our coach, and that was very, very intense coaching every month in another country. And you can see here the coach, and you can see here the people in the room. There were translators for 5 languages. So can you imagine? And we did it. And after this year, the leaders team, they chose 3 leaders of the leaders team, and I was one of them. So the board members asked me to become communication manager, and I said yes, I love to do this for the company. And who are the board members? Here are the board members, and these people are amazing people. They fought a very hard fight and they won. You can see there's a financial director, an engineer, a businessman, a lawyer, and even doctor in economics, and another engineer. Yes, and these are wonderful people, and they know what they're doing. So let me introduce, first of all, the company. This is actually a crowdfunding platform. And this crowdfunding platform gives you a convertible loan, and you can have dividend shares in conversion. So what we offer, you can be a co-owner of the technology, the Unitsky String Technology, the actual technology. And then you can also become a partner. So you can be active, work for the company, tell the world about this technology, and you can become both. Then what is the technology all about? The technology is called Unitsky String Technology. Unitsky is the designer, the inventor, the engineer, the genius, yeah, of this technology. It is an innovative transportation system that works and is active above the ground. Yes, above the ground. So if the transportation is above the ground, then you have no traffic jams. This technology, and that was very important for me to yeah, for me it is personally very important that this technology is so developed, and it gives you no pollution, no sound pollution, no waste pollution. It is amazing. Yeah, if you dig deeper in the technology, you will see that, wow, this is technology that Unitsky is a space engineer, so there's space engineering in here. Yeah, so you cannot believe what you read. And then we can build everywhere. Technology, Unitsky can build anywhere, anywhere. And we know that Mother Nature challenged us with the current transportations. She challenged us, yes. We know all the problems. I can see it today with all the floods all over the world. The roads get really destroyed, yeah. Train tracks get destroyed, a lot of things. And you can see sand, water, snow, whatever, yeah. We also know this is a problem, traffic jam. Everyday traffic jam, trucks and trucks and trucks on the roads, destroying our roads. And then also too many cars. And we give a hassle-free solution. Also, of course, the waterways also get stuck lately. You can see here how many boats are waiting to enter the harbors. And the loading, unloading goes too slow. The current technology is too slow. And you can see we give a hassle-free, ecological way of transportation of containers. And people tell me, Kaat, there are other solutions. Well, I can assure you there are no existing effective solutions. There are all I call them prestige program technologies. Yeah, they're nice, or they are they're nice to look at, or they're nice to drive in, but they're not effective anymore enough. For example, they cost too much to build. They make too much noise. It is too costly to keep it and maintain it. There's all prestige projects, and you see in newspapers a lot of these announcements that they're going to build a track there and build a track there, but still, after a few announcements in the newspaper, you don't hear from it anymore. Yeah, so it is not that it is working all over the world. Yeah, and that's what our ambition is. So what is this string technology? What do we offer? We have at this moment 14 vehicles. It started with the Unibike and the Unibus. Yeah, this was our ambition, but then there were demands for bigger, faster cargo, grain, sand, loading, unloading, you name it. And Unitsky followed the demand. So these were the beginning, yeah? These were the Unibike and the Unibus. This is for 2 people, this is for 14 people. These are real pictures, yeah? These are also real pictures. Then you have the Unicar. So this is already for 64 people. I drove in it, it's wonderful. It doesn't make any noise, no bumpy rides. You have to look outside to see if you're moving, and the sights are wonderful. Then you have the Unitruck. Grind and sand, also the Unitrans, It is for loading and unloading, and it goes very, very fast. And then you have the Uniwind. This is the lightest of them all. We call it our baby, and the little baby, and they can build it anywhere. So in the most difficult places to reach, they are built anywhere you can build them. Yeah. And then, of course, this one, I was at the premiere. I was very lucky to be here at this place when the high-speed unibus was announced to the world. The premiere was amazing on the fair, the InnoTrans in Berlin. That's the biggest transportation fair in the world, every 2 years. And this is not for public, only for professionals. And we were blown away by how many people got on our stand and asked us millions of questions. It was it was a challenge, but it was a wonderful thing to be part of. Very glad that I was there. And then the latest one that actually happened because me and an engineer and a colleague went to the Minister of Transportation in Belgium. And this minister told us, wow, this is the most innovative transportation system that I ever met in my career. I'm gonna be honest to you, that he said, I see this built within in cities, you know, these old historic cities in Belgium. I see it built, you know, it will take us 10 years to in the city. He said, then between cities that will be faster, but can the engineer stay a few days longer? I will make an appointment in the harbor because we need you there. So within 3 days, we had an appointment, very exceptional, and we went to the harbor. And there they explained us all the problems with transportation of containers. So the engineer went to Unitsky and showed him the problem. In the beginning, he was not very interested because he was with his mind on, you know, transportation of people. And but then when the engineer offered him again, please look at this problem in the one of the biggest harbors in the world is Antwerp in Belgium. You can look that up. It's amazingly big harbor, and they couldn't find a solution of the last 10 years. Not 3 years, not 2 years, not 5 years, 10 years. They have found no solution. No, none. Zero. So can you imagine? So they asked us, please come back with some lawyers and other engineers that show you the harbor and tell us what you can do for us. So we went back 4 times. And in the meanwhile, Unitsky started looking at the problem, and he realized that if a harbor is that big, will have a problem that big, then there will be many, many other harbors with that problem. And you can see here on the picture, it's $1 per 100 ton per kilometer. So that is very cheap, and it goes fast and ecological. You know, no sound, no pollution, nothing. You see here the engineers working on it, and it's on the tracks. Yeah, they're testing it in Sharjah in the test park, and they're testing it in Belarus in the test park. And soon it will be certified, and then we will go back to the harbor in Antwerp and announce that it is certified. And then the last thing that Unitsky is very busy at, well, actually, I heard now in the last interview of his wife, she's the one who is doing more the business part, that Unitsky is working on some very, very interesting, top secret other things. So I am waiting impatiently to know what that's going to be. Well, this is a solution for ports. A lot of countries have problems to have ports, and the port can be built 10 kilometers from the mainland. So that is wow. Yeah, so the ships can board here, load and unload, and off they go again. So how does the technology work? Let me explain some secrets here. So where's the name string come from? Well, you can see here inside the rail, this is the body of the rail. Inside the rail, there are strings, and these strings are wrapped around each other. So the rail can bear very heavy load. Yes. Then the rest of the content is filled up with flexible concrete. So this flexible concrete is the reason that the rail can stand hurricanes, floods, tsunamis, whatever. Yeah. And it absorbs sound. So that's why it's so quiet. I drove in the vehicles a few times, and I was amazed. There's no sound. I even have videos of very close by. I filmed, and you cannot hear it moving. And of course, the views are amazing because you're in the air. And then on top of the rail, so this is a patent of Unitsky, this flexible concrete, but this is also a patent of Unitsky. This is a combination of metal, and the wheel is metal and the rail is metal. And if metal runs over each other, it gives you a lot of friction and a lot of unpleasant sound, like in a tram rail. Yeah, it makes this squeaky noise. Well, this is a combination of metal that there's almost no friction and there's no noise. So that means, first of all, it's very pleasant to use in cities. And also, if there's no friction, the vehicle doesn't need so much energy to move on, because if there's friction, it will hold the vehicle back, and you need extra power to move on. Yes. Okay, so this is all about the rail. And okay, let me meet these people. This is all about the rail. And then people ask me, Kaat, but if there's a wheel on the rail, how is the wheel staying on the rail? Because that is dangerous. Of course not. There is a derailing system. There's a wheel next to the rail to keep the main rail on track. Yes. So that's all inside of here. And then you have here the motor. You see here the wheel, the rail. It's metal. You can see here the strings. You see the concrete. Yeah, that's how it works. And you see here, this is a real picture, but the background is not real, of course. And yes, so the safety levels are amazingly high. Yeah. So no accidents, also because it is run on the blockchain, and so there is no human error. So, and what else does the string technology offers? The anchors are placed in a very special way. Yeah, they're double anchored. You can see it here. And so that means it's 5 times smoother, the ride. And I can assure you, you have to look outside to see if you're moving. You don't hear it, you don't feel it. And it's 3 times stronger. And we can build anywhere, above water, above mountains. Yeah, it's very, very strong. And then we have 3 sort of rails. This is the flexible one. The advantage of it is that the anchors can be built very far apart. So it can be built above water, between islands, in water, over water, mountains, whatever. Yeah. And you can see here, you see the strings, and you can see here the filling. Yeah. The concrete, the flexible concrete. And still people coming in. And then you have the rigid one. Kat, where's the why is the rigid double? Yeah, it's a double rail. Yeah, you can transport people, you can transport high speed. You can also have here the container hanging. This is the rigid one. You see how it is built. Yeah, you see here the strings. You see the flexible concrete in there. This is more, for example, between cities, or from a city to an airport or a harbor, for example. Yes, it can bear very heavy load. And then you have the half rigid. This is like a tram or a train, but above ground. Yeah, the normal traffic can, the current traffic can drive underneath, and we are in the air, so no traffic jams. And you see how the rail looks like. We see the strings, you see the flexible concrete that absorbs sound, so it's soundless. It's amazing. Yeah, so this is I call it the heart of the technology. This is the engine. This is also a patent of Unitsky. Here you see a 3D model of the rail. The wheel will go on the rail. There's a derailing rail at the side, like I showed you before. And then you have the motor. This motor can run on any fuel. Yeah, any fuel. So this is a patent of Unitsky. And yeah, he's a genius. It took him 40 years, by the way, to develop this technology. So what are the advantages? Let me tell you what the advantages. When I dug deeper in this, I was amazed. Yes, I was amazed. Unitsky is a genius. So the aerodynamics are, I mean, you never see before. For example, a car. A normal car, has the aerodynamics of CX 0.4. What happens with a car? A car is driving on the road and the air gets stuck underneath the vehicle. That's why it swirls at the back. Yeah, and it pulls back the car. So the car needs extra fuel to drive on. Yeah, you understand that? Yes. And the Formula One car, the aerodynamics are a little bit better, 0.2. And you see here the swirling of the air. Yeah, you see here how the air gets stuck. Yeah. Okay. Unitsky String Technology. This vehicle drives 500 kilometers an hour, and the aerodynamics are 0.06. Compare. 0.06. So if this vehicle that is in the air doesn't get stuck underneath the vehicle. If the vehicle passes you, you will not hear it, you will not feel it, and the leaves of the trees will not move. Isn't that amazing? That's mind-blowing. I mean, if you dig deeper into the technology, then I mean, there are things that you think, wow, they all considered everything. That's why Unitsky took 40 years for it. So let me show you some parameters. Okay, the cost is very low to build. I will give you more information the next slide. The operation cost is very low, also very important. Yes, a lot of these transportation systems, they stop to work. Why? Because the maintenance are too expensive. Yes. Then the energy consumption, now you know why. Yeah, because of the aerodynamics and the special metal on the rail, is very low. So the vehicle don't need to use a lot of energy. But then the capacity, look at it. Because of the strings, it can bear very heavy loads, so it can transport a lot of people at the same time. And then the environmental pollution is very, very low. And at this moment, it's very important, of course, because it's all about the environment. And do we have a solution? No. So here it is. I was like, this is what we need. And of course, very important, the accident rate is also very, very low. So, Kat, what about the other transportation systems that are on the market? Yeah, the Hyperloop, the magnet levitation, the monorail. Yeah, they're all wonderful. They're all eco-friendly. They're very safe. Yeah, Hyperloop medium, but the rest is okay. The adaptability, there we go. There is already a challenge. They all need flat ground. Do you know what it takes to have a flat ground in mountains, in swamps? You know what it means to build there a flat ground? And Unitsky String Technology can build anywhere, no limits. We only need a few anchors. Yeah. So, yeah, but Kat, the Hyperloop is going very fast. Yeah, 1,200 kilometers an hour. That time is money. Yes, but look how much it cost. 100 million and more the kilometer. Look at Skyway. Yeah, Unitsky String Technology offers this technology for 3 million the kilometer, a single rail, and a double rail, 8 million the kilometers. Maybe if it is in difficult places with extra anchors, it goes to 10 million, but that's it. Huh? That's it. Can you compare? Do you know that a normal train track, a normal train, costs 22 million the kilometer? I know this for sure because I was there in all these meetings, yeah, with the Minister of Transportation and in the harbor. So I know now how I was, wow, you know, a good thing that I sat on my chair because otherwise I would fall over. So we give a amazing solution, amazing solution. Okay, so who gave us this amazing solution? Let me introduce you. This is the genius, the inventor, the space engineer. This is Anatol Unitsky Eduardovich. This man has 150 inventions on his name. He wrote 20 monographies that you can, you know, that's books, yeah, 200 scientific papers. So this man is like, yeah, he's like a producing robot. So his life is all about technology. He had a vision when he was 6 years old. There is a documentary about his life. And he had a vision when he was 6 years old and that he would change the transportation of the world. And he's doing it now. He's doing it now. So here are some designs of him. Here he is in his first test park with this first test vehicle. This is still here. It is shown in the test park in Belarus. I saw it. It's wonderful to see. And it kept on going, design after design. There's in Belarus, in the test park, there's a museum of all his designs. You cannot imagine what this guy did in his life. He must be obsessed with it day and night. And this is one of his last designs to bring all the technology, the factories into space and only keep a green planet. That's a dream for a lot of people dream about this because all these factories pollute our world. So let me show off some patents. He has a lot of patents, yeah. He has more than 130 patents worldwide. And he likes to bring this technology into the world. So there were a lot of exhibitions. And you see me here in Berlin with the premiere of the high speed. Yeah, this was before it started. And there were no people, but during the expo, it was, yeah, we were overflown by people. ministers, CEOs of big companies, you name it, they were all asking a million questions and very surprised to see the vehicle, of course. And then you have the wife of Unitsky, Madam Nadezhda. She just gave an interview. You can see it on online. And she's the one who's taking care of the business. And here she shows off one of the ISO 901 certifications that is, you know, and a reward of very good management of a company. And she's doing a great job. So Unitsky can only focus on the technology, and she's taking care of the rest, of course, with a big team around her. So let me show you the result, what we did in these few years that we gathered money for this technology. The technology, Unitsky String Technology, bought this amazing building. We started off with a very small building, and now we have a big building. This is owned by Unitsky String Technology, and it's funded by the people, through the crowdfunding. And you see in here, you see the plus 600 employees working. These are very high educated people, engineers, designers, and so on. Yes. So this is in Belarus. Belarus is independent country between Europe and Russia. I've been there. A very nice country, very nice people, very friendly, polite people, hard workers. And there was no pandemic there. So they kept on working, They just kept on working. So that was wonderful, And this is the factory. We started off with this small building and the factory around it. And here we make everything. You see here the pictures. You see the tropical vehicle. You see all the engineers very proud when it was finished. This vehicle, especially for very high temperatures and sand. Sand can be, very destructive for technology. We all know that. And this vehicle is especially for cold environments. So very high temperatures, cold temperatures. You have to consider everything. Transportation has to go everywhere. And then we built some more buildings on top because we needed more space. There were more vehicles, so more buildings. And then we have the Eco-Techno Park. I'm sorry if you hear some noise, but there's a party going on in the little village where I am here. So there's some noise here. So Eco-Techno Park, this is in Marina Gorka in Belarus. Yes. So the office is in Minsk. And the Eco-Techno Park is in Marina Gorka. That's around 150 kilometers from the main capital. I've been there. Amazing. Here was nothing, just a swamp. This was just a swamp. And they made an amazing techno park. Woo! They're having a lot of parties here outside. And these, you can see here, 7 tracks. Yes. This building, it looks very small, but it's quite big. This is the building. There is the on the main ground, there is the museum of all the designs and all the rewards and all the wow, it's all the things Unitsky made. So you see here the tracks. You see here the double track, you see here the mono track, you see here the cargo, and this is a real pond. This is an eco house, and this eco house is completely self-sufficient house. Hopefully that's the next project that we can fund. And there are real fish in here, and if delegates of countries come to the eco park to visit and to have a drive in the vehicles. And you see here a vehicle without the top. Then they will be served fish and fruit and vegetables from our own gardens. Can you imagine? Why is Unitsky doing that? Because he shows that this technology is absolutely eco-friendly. Yes, absolutely top eco-friendly. And then we have also a test park in Sharjah. Sharjah is the university city next to Dubai. And they started there an innovation center. And we have there an eco house. This is the design. It's finished. I will show you in the next slide. And you see here the tracks. And there are other buildings and other technologies, but we take care of the transportation. Yes, you see here real pictures. This is a real vehicle, and this is a station. People can test it. People now can drive, have a drive in it. You see the anchors with special way how they are anchored at the side. And then you know now that there are strings in there and they're flexible concrete in there so that it can bear very heavy load. This is the tropical one. You see there's a lot of sand. So this vehicle has to stand sandstorms, yeah, and very heavy, high temperatures in Sharjah. And you see here Unitsky having a meeting with designers and staff. Here's Unitsky again, keeping a close eye on all the things they're building in Sharjah. And you see here delegates visiting the plant. And you see here at the side, you see the eco house. And this is the inside of the eco house. So this is a complete self-sufficient house. It's made out of wood, the only wooden house in the whole United Arab Emirates. This was approved by the king because he's amazed about the technology, and he let Unitsky do his thing because he trusts Unitsky and he knows that he's the best. He's a genius. You see here a big billboard, and then this is the group of people, the leaders team. I'm here somewhere. It was a very hot day. The sand was amazingly hot. This man burned his knees by sitting on the sand. I mean, the picture took like a few minutes and he burned his knees. You see here, the first anchor was planned. It is not finished yet at the side, you see it. But we were invited to see the first anchor plant in the ground. And you see here the tropical one again, the tropical vehicle. So this is the innovation center. And you see, we are responsible for the transportation. Also, we are now part of the World Government Summit in United Arab Emirates in 2019. And now the whole world knows about the technology. This is the ruler of Dubai, and they're going to implement the sky pot in middle of the business center of Dubai. And of course, because we show the world what the technology offered, a lot of delegates came to Belarus and Sharjah to have a drive in it, like I did. And yeah, for information and when can we build? And I know that there are a lot of countries waiting to start to build. And this is one of the tracks that is sold in the United Arab Emirates. You see, it's there. Fujairah is a port. Abu Dhabi is a port. And Dubai has a port, a smaller one. Sharjah. You know, you see, and this is for people transportation and for containers. And you see here in Sharjah, the CEO of Sharjah plant is proudly showing all the stations where the vehicle will stop. And you can have a ride now in the vehicles in Sharjah. And we had a lot of publicity in newspapers and on websites. You know, Gulf News Filipinos were there. This is the Gulf News again. CNN also contacted us and made a big reportage. I don't know how you said it in English, but it was posted on their website and in their newspaper. And I know from the board members that Unitsky String Technology was, yeah, they had a tsunami of phone calls and emails. So a lot of interested companies, interested businesses and countries. Yes. So yeah, the world knows now, little by little. We also were on the European news. Yeah. And we were, the board members were invited by the president of Vietnam. He is crazy about the technology, wants to use it in his country. Here you see Mr. Maslov and Mr. František visiting the premier of president of the Vietnam. And yeah, he loves the technology. It gives a solution for a lot of countries. Every country has technology problems. Every country has transportation problem. And yes, he was, yeah, wow. So they agreed to have starting with some tracks. Yeah, 25 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 9.5 kilometers, and then after a while connect them all with each other. So good news all over the world. Good news, good news, good news. Even in Nigeria, this is a colleague of mine. He's fighting to have the first track in Nigeria before the Vietnamese. So he's doing a very good job in newspapers announced. Yeah, he's also working very hard. And we're gonna attend the Expo 2020. It is not renamed. Normally it should be finished this year in March, but the Expo will start in October this year and it will end next year in March. If you have the opportunity to go there, I would recommend it. You then have a chance to see the technology of Unitsky and to be there, to ride in it, and to see all, of course, all the other technologies that will improve our environment or well-being. That is very important, but we will attend the Expo 2020. So what is the plan? When did we start? We started in 2014. 2014 we start. We're now in 14.2. We have to go one step. The financial plan is 15 stages. Every stage we build something new, we bought something new. Every stage we gathered money for the next and the next and the next goal. And the last goal is to finance the high-speed track. We need 25 kilometers for the high-speed track to test it and certify it. Why 25 kilometers? Because the vehicle runs 500 kilometers an hour. It needs some time to get the speed, and it needs also some place to slow down. So Unitsky said we need 25 kilometers of track to test it on for safety and everything, yeah, before it can get certified. And that's what we are doing now. We're gathering the money for the last stage, and that's the high speed. And we are succeeding. I mean, we are doing very, very good. A lot of big investors now step in because of the publicity in all the newspapers, and also because we have something that is a necessity. We're given a solution to a necessity. It is not a luxury product. People need food, people need clothing, people need housing, and people need transportation. And the transportation, the current transportation in the world is too polluting, too slow, a lot of hustle, a lot of problems. If you see countries like Africa, India, Indonesia, I've been to Thailand, my God, but also in Europe, yeah, people in Europe are, a lot of people in Europe are, I'm sorry for the noise, people in Europe are in traffic jams, sometimes more than 2 hours to drive to their jobs. So there needs to be a solution. This is a picture when I was in Belarus in the test park. And you see here the high speed. These are some people who also invested there from my country. And we were there with 7,000 investors. And that was an amazing day. I had 2 of these. I know now that we call it the EcoFest. All the investors are invited to see and drive in the vehicles, because it was built by the people and it is for the people. It is for the people because it is also very cheap to drive, to use it. Yeah. For the people who wants to travel, the traveling will be very cheap. So what do we offer? We offer very, everybody can attend. The smallest package is $50. There are packages even you can pay off in 5 months, 9 months. And there are now more than 400,000 investors, and from all levels of society. Yeah, everybody can attend. So this is really a technology built by us, yeah, the people, from small investors to big investors, doesn't matter. So everybody gets a chance. Okay, what do we offer? At this moment, this is the rate. You see the shares are very cheap still. Yeah, 0.03, 0.04, 0.02. Depends how much you buy. Yeah, for how much money. And these are all packages. You see, you can pay them off. Yeah. You even get extra bonuses if you start with a double payment, and you get, if you subscribe and pay within 7 days, you get even 10% more shares. Yeah, so Unitsky is doing everything to make the people happy. You even have kids packages, student packages. I mean, Unitsky was also very poor. He put all his money in the technology. So yes, he tried to make everybody happy. And then you have the packages pay in one time, and you can see $50, 800 shares. Yeah. Don't drink. I always say to people, don't drink soda pops, don't buy sweets. It's good for your health, and put that money into shares, because it will give you a lot of profit in the future. And I will explain to you why. Okay, these are dividend shares. Yeah, these are dividend shares. What does it mean? If people hear the word share, then people think about the stock market. Yeah, wrong with this one. Dividend shares, that means that you become co-owner. That means you have a little piece of, you own a little piece of the company, of the factory or building, or the very expensive high-tech technology that we use to build it. Yeah, the instruments are very high technology. And so you own a piece of that. And every year when the company makes profit, the company will divide the profit amongst the shareholders. 20% of the profit. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a lot. Normally, we speak about dividends, 6%. Yeah, we get 20% of the profit. And it is a billion company. not million, billion company. Unitsky told in an interview, within 5 years, the technology will be, the company will be worth $500 billion. Yeah. So that is amazing. So dividends, that means you get a certification on your name, you tuck it away, you download it from your back office. That is when you get connected to our platform, you get a back office. You can download your certification, what is on your name. Then you can have it sent by you by post physically. Yeah, you tuck it away, you download it on a stick, you tuck that away, you put it somewhere safe or in a safe, and that will give you a passive income for the rest of your life. It will give you a passive income for the rest of your life. Plus, it is inherited. You can read it here. Yeah. So your children and your grandchildren can be profitable and live a prosperous life. Why? Unitsky gives 100-year guarantee on the tracks. 100 years, people. That is more than one generation. It's the same that your grandfather bought some shares in, for example, train rails, and that your family for generations has had a prosperous life because of the decision of your grandfather. Yeah. And of course you can sell it, but then it's not recommended, because somebody else will get rich with your shares. Yeah, if you understand what I mean. So dividend shares are not stock market shares. So what has the stock market to do then? People ask me, when are we going to the IPO? When are we going to the IPO? First of all, people don't know that it has dividend shares can give you profit without going on the stock market. So we are here. We are here. And so the shares, the B shares, these are A-class shares, the best of the best. Yeah. This will get the dividend will be the profit from all the projects all over the world. Yeah. So that will be billions and billions. You will become a co-owner of that technology. Yeah. Please realize that. Let it sink in what I'm telling you. Let it sink in, please, what I'm telling you. Okay. So this is the pre-IPO. We're still in the pre-IPO. I asked the board members, how long will it last? Maybe till the end of the year. Yeah. Okay. Then the company will decide when the stock market is okay, because at this moment it's all very uncertain. Then if they go on the public on the stock market with the A shares, not with the B shares, A shares, the normal shares, the ones you can buy and sell and make a little bit of profit. You do not sell your B shares. Yeah? You do not sell your dividend shares. Somebody else will get rich in your place with your shares. Yeah. So, but when they go on stock market, when they go public, and it's not announced yet which stock market, so I cannot fill in that question for you. So if that question will be filled in, you're the first to know. Yes. If we go on the stock market, if Unitsky String Technology goes public, the value of the company will rise. Yeah. The business value will rise. That means that the profit will be bigger, and we will have the shareholders, the dividend shareholders will have more profit every year. Every year, as long as you live, people. Let that sink in. Yes. So these are some professional photos of the test park in Sharjah. So I always say, get on this train, get on this rapidly growing transportation company. We give the solution. People ask me, how, Kaat? Okay. Contact the person who sent you to this meeting. And if you randomly got in contact with me, then contact me again. and or my team, I have a whole team, and we give you a back office. This is how it looks like. Yeah, this is how it looks like. It is new.skyway.capital. Yeah, that's the login. Yeah, don't get confused. There are hackers in the on the internet. This is the address. Yeah, be careful. Then I need your name, email, phone number, and we give you a back office. You get an email from the company to confirm. You push on the link of confirmation, and then you will choose a password. So you have an email address, a password, and then you can log in. We help you if you are not so happy to do this, you know, all this computer work. I have a team to help you. There are many people who are ready to help you, yeah, to get in. And then once you get in, you put money on the account. You can put money on the account by cards, by cryptos, by payment systems, by transfer, bank transfer, in many ways. Yeah. If you need help, please contact me. Please contact me. There is also an app for free on Android. Yes, this is my phone. So then you can see your shares, you can see the latest news, and there's an update almost every day. There's an update about the technology. What are we doing on the platform? How is, you know, interviews, whatever. Yeah. Delegates of countries came down to the test park, whatever, you know, there's a lot of news every day. Yeah. So this is very interesting. You look for SWC, you find this logo, and then you can download it for free. Yes. So let me show you how we're doing in the world. Vietnam is, of course, because of the board members went to the president of Vietnam. Vietnam is now, I mean, rising top. Yeah, they're raising a lot of funds for the technology. And then you see here, India is in the top 10. We were at place 10, and now we're on place 8. Yeah, my home country, Belgium, is on place 9. So we're doing good. We're doing very good. And even due to the pandemic, we are every month we raise more than the month last year. So people know now about about the existing of the technology. So would you like to know more about the technology? Please go to the official website of the company, make a screenshot, and you have also of the Unitsky himself, the general designer. He has a website, YouTube channel, yeah, and you can find everything about the technology. If you love technology, please go there. You will have a ball. So if you need to know more, if you need to have more information, you can contact. For everybody, you can use, even people of India, but all over the world, you can contact me and my team, india@skyway.capital, and you come into our inbox. And then my personal WhatsApp number. And we also have a Skyworld New Millionaires Facebook and YouTube channel. I will tell you a story about this. This is Skyworld New Millionaires. I was in Berlin on the fair, and I got in contact with the financial director of Unitsky String Technology, and he told me, Kaat, the investors of this technology are the new millionaires of the world, but they don't know it yet. And with that joke, me and a colleague, we started this Facebook group and this YouTube channel. And now in the Facebook group, there are almost 10,000 people, members. So that's amazing. Yeah. So you can take a screenshot, contact me if you have any questions. And I know people have a lot of questions. yeah, we answer it gladly. Yeah, I will now stop sharing my screen and you can ask personal questions. Thank you for attending this meeting.